Hello everyone, Telenissa here. I'm back with another Hunter WeakAuras. This time it is for the Marksmanship Hunter spec. If you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you guys would like to see more, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll get right into it, and hopefully you guys like the video and the WeakAura. So for Marksmanship, we have a actually fairly simple but well-rounded spec. For the left side, we have our vulnerable debuff mark. So when you give something, your vulnerable status by hitting it with Mark Shot, it will take more damage from both your Mark Shot and Aim Shot, which is pretty much the main abilities which do not generate focus, aside from maybe Barrage. So the vulnerable debuff is important to play around, so it increases both your aim shot damage as well as other mark shots, but you can only apply this debuff when you use mark shot. So next we have our Sidewinder ability, which under it is our Arcane Shot, which is the focus generator that we have. Next, we have our Aim Shot, which is our main focus dump. It's a castable, just hard hit. Next, we have our Multi-Shot, which is also baked into Sidewinders, which is the reason why I have two Sidewinder icons. Next we have our Marked Shot, which will light up when Marked Shot becomes available, when it becomes available, so you can use it. Next we have our artifact ability, which is called Wind Burst, which is pretty much a line AoE damage skill shot, which will trail a also line of movement speed increases. How you will benefit from that is hard to tell without having the artifact ability with me right now, but that's basically how it is worded. Next we have our 3-minute cooldown in True Shot, which increases our haste by 40%, as well as allowing both your Arcane Shot and Multi-Shot, or in this case Sidewinders, to also apply Hunter's Mark, which allows you to use your Marked Shot. Next we have our defensive in Aspect of the Turtle, which is pretty much deterrence. And then lastly we have our 7 talents. So for the most part, the talents are passives. For my build, I have Lone Wolf, which increases your damage when you do not have a pet. Next we have Lock and Load, which is the chance on auto attacks to proc extra aim shots, which do become instant as well as not cost any energy. Next we have our movement speed increase utility through post haste whenever you disengage. And next we have Patient Sniper, which reduces the vulnerable debuff stacking mechanic into just like one straight up buff that also increases the damage of your Mark Shot and Aim Shot. Next we have our CC and Binding Shot. You can definitely use Wyvern Sting if you want to CC something while in battle, just singly. Next, Camouflage. You can, I believe it'd be more beneficial in solo stuff if you just want to skip around some things. Next we have pretty much Barrage is the only viable one at the moment. If that of course changes, you definitely can switch the talents and it will show up properly. Next we have our Sidewinders, as again I told you it replaces both your Arcane Shot as well as your Piercing Shot. Sorry, not Piercing Shot. Your Multi-Shot, which makes the spec a lot less flashy, is because there's less buttons to use. However, it does make it a little bit more rounded in terms of your rotation. So showing you guys how it works in action, we have Aim Shot to reduce some of our energy, then we have Follow It Up, then we use Barrage, True Shot, into. So again, a very simple execution of the spec. It's not very much to it. You can pick it up very quickly. However, the spec is very different from the other two specs, which I think is a good position to be in. And it's good on Blizzard to give what was the Hunter, which was I've been Hunter for a very long time, and I can say that the three specs were similar enough that it was more on your little quirks to each of the specs. However, now with Survival being a melee spec and having the traps, gives it more flavor, however much more complexity, while Marksmanship is definitely much more simpler. However, each three will most likely give you a different play style of the game, but give appropriate numbers when, of course, it's 110 with your artifact. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content, and if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, please put them in the comment section down below, and I'll try to see if I can fix whatever issues may come up. But until next time, see you.